everyone, it's Paul from Carter & Son Toolworks. Today I am excited to announce that we are releasing 3 new bowl gouges within Mike Mahoney's signature line of tools. Introducing the 3/4 inch Champ, the 5/8 Performer, and the 1/2 inch Expert. Each tool is paired with a parabolic flute and a 40/40 grind. Click the link in our description to shop these tools today. Although our tools come hand polished and shipped sharp to your lathe, eventually the tools need to be resharpened. Traditionally, a 40/40 grind is sharpened by hand with a flat platform. However, today I'm going to be demonstrating resharpening Mike Mahoney's tools, the 5/8 Performer, using the Oneway Wolverine sharpening system and the Tormek sharpening system. Let's get started with the Oneway sharpening system first. First, let's discuss the equipment and settings needed to properly grind a 40/40 profile. Of course, you'll need a gouge of your choice, preferably a gouge with a parabolic flute, as the 40/40 grind tends to pair best with that style. You'll need the Oneway Wolverine Vari-Grind jig and Ron Brown's Best 40/40 setup block. This setup block helps us accurately set the V-arm distance at the grinder and the tool protrusion for our Vari-Grind jig. Start by taking your Vari-Grind jig and move the arm up as far as possible and lock it into place. Next, take your 40/40 setup block and place it into the Vari-Grind jig as far back as you possibly can go. And lock that into place. Place the Vari-Grind jig into the V-arm at the grinder and slide the jig into place so that our 40/40 block is making 2 points of contact against the wheel here. Once done, lock into place. Next, remove the setup block from your jig. Take your bowl gouge out of your handle. This will make sharpening a lot easier. Next, place your tool into the Vari-Grind jig and using the setup block handle, set a protrusion of 3 inches. We are now ready to begin resharpening. Introduce your tools to the wheel on either side of the wings. This ensures that you don't accidentally over-sharpen the nose of the tool when you make contact with the wheel. When resharpening, let the weight of the tool and the jig do the majority of the work. There's no need to apply too much pressure or push the tool into the wheel. Gently rotate the tool back and forth with even and consistent pressure and speed. After a few rotations, lift the tool off the wheel and inspect, checking each wing individually, as well as check for profile inconsistencies like a concave wing or possibly an off-centered nose. We won't be diving into troubleshooting those specific issues. However, we do have a video that I will link below talking about resharpening a bowl gouge as well as troubleshooting some common problems that you can run into concerning grind profile. After using and resharpening your gouge for an extended period of time, you may find that the factory relief angle has slowly disappeared. If you wish to replace the relief grind, simply push the tool further into the Vari-Grind jig, creating a steeper angle to remove the bevel. We recommend setting your gouge at around a 4-inch protrusion for this relief angle. A few more things to note. Although Ron Brown's setup block is a fantastic tool for sharpening repeatability, if you purchase a Carter & Son Gouge, all of your tools come hand sharpened, ready to use. That being the case, you can technically use a tape measure and the trial and error Sharpie method to accurately set up a 40-40 grind for resharpening. Additionally, if you find yourself using and regrinding a 40-40 tool on a regular basis, you may find it beneficial to purchase a second Wolverine Vari-Grind jig. One set at the normal 23 degrees for all your 50-degree and 45-degree spindle gouges and bowl gouges, and then another, the one that we use today, set as far up as possible for all your 40-40 gouges. Next, let's discuss resharpening a 40-40 gouge using the Tormek Sharpening system. Using the Tool Setter 100, use hole A and slide the jig back and forth until you're making 2 points of contact on the wheel. Then lock this in place. Next step, use the Tormek SVD 186R gouge jig in setting 2 and place your gouge inside, and using your tool setter, set your tool with a protrusion of 75 millimeters. Now we're ready to begin resharpening. Like we mentioned before, when resharpening, let the weight of the tool and the jig do the majority of the work. There is no reason to apply too much pressure or push the tool into the wheel. Gently rotate the tool back and forth with even and consistent pressure. After a few rotations, lift the tool off the wheel and inspect. Finally, please note that the original factory grind and your Tormek settings may be slightly different within a few degrees. If this is the case, and it is your first time resharpening the tool, take a little extra time and blend the two different angles together to ensure that you completely resharpen your gouge to your exact sharpening system settings you have. After that initial resharpening, the grind angle will be set to your exact grinder settings, and any resharpening in the future will be quick and easy. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful for anyone looking to resharpen their newest Carter & Son 40-40 gouge. If you have yet to try a 40-40 gouge at your lathe and you're interested in picking one up, look no further than Mike Mahoney's M42 Champ, Performer, and Expert. Available today at carterandsontoolworks.com. Lastly, don't hesitate to ask any questions in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe for more sharpening content like this. From all of us at Carter & Son Toolworks, thank you very much and happy turning.